Hello everyone and welcome to Zatsudan. Woohoo! If you like the stream, be sure to hit that like button. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot. And if you ring the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I stream, which is pretty awesome. But without further ado, let's get oh, there you go. This isn't much talk and to get into it aside just from talking. But yeah, I know I'm late. YouTube shorts are a thing. I was scrolling through YouTube shorts, and then all the next thing I know, I'm like, ah, shit, it's 7 o'clock. Anyway, I'll probably do the try to do the experimental thing here in just a bit. But how are you guys? I'm doing great. I might need to get my cat a bath. He hasn't been cleaning himself. Probably because he's been low on energy because he's been having he hasn't been feeling well. But yeah. I started planning on for today to be a short stream anyway, so. Let's see here. But yeah, how are you guys? How are you guys? So let's see. The things I was distracted on YouTube Shorts about was primarily like honestly just the usual, you know, the things. It was like people on Reddit what have you blank or whatever, and the like fun fact dude, as well as the dude who explains, you know, the weirder stuff. So anyway, let me get this thingy. Let's see here. Did I clean my glasses? No, I did not clean my glasses. Give me a fat moment. Alright, there we go. So anyway. Let's see here. Oh, that's good. Alright, doing some little whatever and have I ye. Yeah. Alright. If I do this, it still does that. Okay. Oops. If I move that over there, there we go. There we go. Let's just do that. Alright. Oop. Let's do that. Go over here. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? No. Let's see here. Oh, that's not it. That's it's like, wait, hold on, that ain't right. Oh. There we go. Alright, let's see here, let's see here. Let's see. Which one would I do? Let's minimize that just in case. Just in case, let's make sure I don't have anything. Alright, okay. I'm good in case I do something dumb. Let's see here. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. No, that's taken care of. No, I don't want to be that. Well, now you see it. Yes, I want to remove that one. Thank you, OBS. I don't have a proper model, but let it be known. Let it be known. I do have the technology. No. This one? That's not right. It's supposed to be transparent. Oops. Oh, I'm OBS. Let's see here. Oh, that's color picker. Oh. Oh, okay. I see what I need to do now. Okay, get rid of that. Go over here. Let's see, there we go. I click on that. Aha! Fuck. Did that work? There we go. Woo! I can make big doggy in a teacup. Whoa! See, I can move around. This isn't a proper model, but curious. Do those show up? Yes, I do. Ha! I can indeed. I can also change it to like. I got like a few options. I can be. Yay! I can be a cat. I can be a cat. Let's move this over here. Move this back over here. There we go. I can wink. Okay, maybe not with this model. These are just all the defaults, by the way, as you can clearly see down here. Zoom on in. Oops. Let's see here. I feel like I get in trouble if I showed the other one, because the other one, she has massive Massive honkers. Let's go back to Teapot Dog. There we go. Big Teapot Dog. Yay! Oh shit. No, let's just keep that at the top of the stack. Top of the stack. There we go. Alright, how are you guys? I should So the thing about this is... Okay, it's not capturing my mouse. The thing about this is I'm normally a very, like, relaxed and laid back person. So normally my resting position, first off, I need to, like, keep myself, like, I need to do basically everything that I, like, that my entire body fights against. Like that. I need to make sure, I need to keep track of the camera, because I just clapped in front of my face. I don't need to do, I move my hands a lot. You guys won't be able to see the hands. But, I can do this. I can do this. I can dance. I can dance. You can still see my real self behind me. Got an itchy nose. But, I can move. I can move. Let's actually choose, you know, like a human thing to use. What are these? Don't know what those are. Anyway. Ah. Her eyes don't close. Or maybe it's mine. Oh, jeez. Okay. Winking with the glasses on. Winking with glasses off. Like, even without glasses, I can see just how big of a difference that is. Oh, yeah, hand covers up. I can make myself as big as the TA. Woo! Dude. How big is the dog? Oh, the dog is still there. Okay. I'm as big as the TV. Whoa! I got my teeth. I'm just having fun with this. Because you see, in order for this to work, I need to remain upright in a good posture, which, given my laid-back style, doesn't really work out. It does not work. Whoa. It does not work out. No, no, no. I also like to sit back, have my feet up, which, once again, not really good when trying to capture, you know, yourself for a VTuber model. Because it requires face tracking. However, your feet are decidedly not your face. So, there is that. But, there is still hope. There is still hope, young one. Yes, all of you. All died. I need to back this thing up just a little bit. There we go. There's hope for... You also need to scoot the hell over. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna just do that. I can move them over and over here. There we go. But there's still hope. Yes, there's still hope. I'm not a lost cause. I swear I'm not a lost cause. Oh, please, please, tell me. But yeah, I can move around. I can move around. Ooh, the technology that's used for this is still... Well, I was gonna say new, but it's not new. Oh, okay, no, that's something else. Okay. But, because I mean, it's what, at least a few years old at this point? Yeah, because like I don't know why. There it is. I can't keep my head rested on my hand like I normally like to do like I normally like to do. Because like I'm okay. Let's fix that. Properties. Nope. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I like to sit back. I like to lay back. I like to, you know, have my feet up. I like to have my head resting on my hand. But I can't do that because it messes up the capture. Anyway, how are you? I'm happy. Wait, can I add props? Item settings. Hide that. Ooh. Guess what I found? I found props. I found props. That's a little too big. Oh no. Oh, it's my knee. It's my knee that's causing the issue. Okay. Like I said, I like to sit in like every which way that isn't correct. So, pet me. I said pet me. There you go. Hey. Oh no. Didn't do that. Shit. Nope. Nope. How do I... Okay, give me a second here. How do I fix this? I have fixed it. There we go. Alright. Yeah. So... I kind of like the teacup dog. I think it's cute. Yeah! Because you see... I got an itchy nose. Because you see... Now that I have movement... I can actually do a lot more stuff with this. Because so you see, because I used to do some improv back when I was still going to school, and well, as a flat image, I can't really move around that much. But now that I got some movement, I can start doing stuff. So, beware. Beware, beware. I think... I remember messing with this in the past. And this thing has a unique animation. This one in particular has a unique animation where the lid actually closes, but I don't know how to trigger it. Alright. How are you guys? I'm doing dandy. Yes, very dandy. Very, very dandy. So, I just want to show this off. I want to try it. You know. Because I'm going to probably try and push for a prop. Because I have been at, you know, I said I was going to get almost 100 subscribers. And here I am almost at 200. 200 subscribers. Only 3 away. Damn, we've come far. Damn. Anyway. Anyway. Once again... Okay, let's hit crisscross. Meow. There we go. Half of this is just gonna get used to being, you know, like sitting like a normal human. Because that's the one thing I don't like to do, is sit like a normal human. Ever. Because, I mean, just look at me. I'm not a normal human. You know what? The dog bowl actually gives me an idea. I can sit in a bowl. I don't need feet. I don't have feet. Well, I have feet. But not like, you know, feet. There's some blinking with this one. Whoa! My chair is spinning. My chair is spinning. The bowl is spinning. Ooh! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, if I get a proper model, it's gonna be a fucking mess. But I am so happy. This house is gonna be expensive as shit. Because I can tell you this now. I mean, just look at this. Do you think that's gonna be easy to model? No, it ain't. No, it isn't. So when I do get a proper model, a proper VTuber model, it ain't gonna be cheap. But you know what? I'm in a good spot right now. I can afford that. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's been about a year. I've been doing this for over a year at this point. Granted, there's been a few bumps in the road, but no one said this was gonna be easy. And that's why I'm doing it. Or no. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing this for you guys. Because I like you guys. I like entertaining. I like making people smile. I like making people laugh. I like making them, you know, forget about their worries for a little bit. Even if it's just for a few seconds. That is why I like to stream. And no one said this journey was going to be easy, and that's fine. That's fine. But I almost have 200 subscribers. That means I've made almost 200 people happy. And that makes me happy. So so this Zatsudan is a dog in a teacup with a plant man standing behind him, getting sentimental. But I'm happy. But yeah. A lot of things are going to be changing at work, though. But for the better. I'll be having my weekends mostly free. And be getting more money in the process. So I can't really complain there. No, sorry, Bob. Who's Bob? I don't know who Bob is. What is this? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. Just leave that there. Make that a surprise for future streams. A bald-ass cat. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oop. I lost track there for a moment. That's fine. Actually, give me a second here. Alright, there we go. Okay, I just had to do one thing real quick. It's fine. Anyway. Crisscross applesauce is not working out. Ow. Okay. We're good. But yeah, I'm having to sit up properly for once, like a normal human. My back is... excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're really close to the camera. Not really far from the camera. Don't want to go too far, though. Don't want to go too far. But yay. Whoop a doop a doop boop 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 ba 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 ba. Yeah. What'd you say? What did you say? Huh? I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Yes, I see you. Ba 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 ba. It does look like yeah, this one's a rather simple one, but it's a cute one nonetheless. It's a cute one nonetheless. So, yeah, I'm gonna start pushing for a proper model. So that should be fun. I'm just rotating in my chair with my legs in, once again, a not very advantageous position because I have them completely wrapped around one another. Ow, my knee. I just hit my knee on my desk. But yeah. I know this program also said it's possible for maybe a hand cam sort or hand tracking, which could be interesting. For sure. Bah! Ooh, there we go. There we go. It seems like it loses track just a little bit when I look off to the side, lean back, and then come forward. And I got it that time, though. Got it that time. How far do I go before I lose track? I'm trying to get the back of my head. Boop, ba, ba, ba. How are you? How are you? Oh yeah, I wasn't able to check in on that. Actually, you know what? Let's do that now. Let's do that now. Oopsie, let's do this here. Go to Google. Google. Yes, a Google. Is it Viz? Let's see, Wikipedia, here we go. Viz, new people. New people. Let's see here. I wish there was a way to be able to, like, see what, like, say, like, the streamers, like, Netflix, Hulu, and all that stuff, what shows they had available to them. That'd be very, very useful. It's like, do I want this service? I don't know. Do you have the shows that I want to watch? If yes, like you won't be able to watch them, now not without the service, obviously, but you can at least see, you know, the titles and maybe how many seasons, or if it's if it's a movie or whatever, maybe even possible like watch length or whatever. Like, oh yeah, we have this movie, it's this long. That could also be information that like people would want. And maybe, like, if you click on it, like, maybe a brief summary. You know, like, the description. That, you know, that you're able to view, like, if you have, like, say, a Netflix subscription. Like, maybe also to view, you know, the summary of, like, the show itself, or, like, the movie itself, or whatever. That you're able to see when you click on, you know, a movie or show. It gives a summary. You're able to view that without maybe a subscription, or you know what I mean. I'm stumbling over my own words, but like, yeah, just be able to see like if they have like what shows and movies, be able to see like a brief summary, and maybe like total watch time. I feel like that could work. Like, obviously you wouldn't be able to, like, you know, actually watch it without, you know, the subscription service. But being able to just simply see, like, hey, do they have what I want? Yes? Okay, cool. I might just get the subscription, you know? You know? Like, and granted, it is a double-edged sword. Because, like, at the same time, like, while, yes, people would be able to see if they have a show that they want to watch, it's like, oh, hey, this is where I can view this. Awesome, I'll get the service. At the same time, it's like, oh, they don't have what I want to watch. I'm not going to get the service, instead of, like, getting the service and finding out that way. Which, honestly, is kind of scummy, if you ask me. Yes, it is very scummy. I'm getting low, and it lost me. So, like, I can kind of see, like, me taking my drinks of water. I go this way, lean back, whoa, lean back, and then I gotta go this way, lean back, and then sip. I feel like, yeah, like you do that, say, with like Netflix, Hulu, and you know, like all those like streaming services like that. That I feel like that could really, really work. Yeah, like really. Also, when I was getting this set up, I did also dabble a little bit in Vroid Studio. And kind of created a travesty. It doesn't work, but it looks ugly as all hell. I tried my best to make it look like, you know, this. It looks more like the Jolly Green Giant has gone on vacation with some very interesting legwear. Very interesting legwear. Yeah. Cause go figure. Being made out of plants isn't quite a isn't quite the popular idea choice Can't imagine why. Can't imagine why. I mean, I came up with it. So, I mean, it's not impossible. I had the idea. And I was inspired by someone else. By a famous by, like, I think of, like, a French painter. Forget, the name... Giuseppe, I think, is his name. It's kind of hard to pronounce. Or, well, yeah. I'm not good with names to begin with. Much less foreign names. But I digress. I try my best. Even though I might forget your name, like, by the end of the conversation. I have gone really, really good at dodging names, which is both easier and harder than you might think. Using, let's just say, dude is a very good gender-neutral term for when I specifically want to get someone. Like, it's like, hey, dude, when I want to be casual about it. Pronouns are amazing for that, by the way. When it comes to, you know, like, flexing around and dodging certain things, when it comes to, like, the English language, not being very good at it, and not really liking, you know, writing and stuff like that growing up, oh, it's AC. And as well as also being, like, being both a lazy hard worker, being a lazy hard worker who doesn't like, you know, who doesn't actually like writing, but having to, you know, write out, you know, language arts classes and stuff, you know, the typical high school stuff. Let's just say you learn a few tricks. You learn several tricks. Let me tell you some of them. So, which tricks you use is, well, let's say, so, to determine which trick to use, you first need to ask, what are the requirements of the paper? Do you need to reach a certain character amount, or character limit? Or do you need to reach page limit? This is important, because you use different strategies, depending on if you need to reach page limit or character limit. If you need to reach both, a mixture of these strategies will help. But, and granted, both strategies are pretty much the same, just, you know, opposites. And let's just say, so, like, okay, let's go with page limit. Page limit, if you have to go for a page limit, you want to use as many big words as possible. Adjectives are your best friend as well. So instead of saying so let's take the sentence, I like cats. If you're trying to go for a page limit, you want to make that as long as possible. But you don't want to sound robotic or like you're trying too hard at it. Teachers will catch on. So you need to be smart about this. So, while you could say, I like felines. Felines is a longer word than cats. It's going to take up more space. By the way, having a line... So, normally, you want to use... So, normally, line spacing is set to 1.0. You could probably get away with 1.1 if you're going for page limit. Teacher won't notice that. Maybe 1.2. Want to really go past 1.25 though. After that, it starts to get a little bit noticeable. So, but which that, by the way, the line spacing trick only works if you're going for page. Line spacing won't affect character limit. But, yeah, so, like, let's take the sentence, I like cats. You could say, I like felines. Which, yes, feline is a longer word and would take up more space, getting you to that page limit sooner. But saying, I like felines is a bit weird. People don't normally say, I like felines. Now, do they? So you still want to keep the word cat. You can maybe say, I like my cat. My is a 2-letter word. Then when you add the spaces on either side, or no, no, just the one side, because you're still gonna have the space from the previous word. So yeah, so it's a 2-letter word, but you have to add that extra space in it, so that takes up 3 extra spots. By the way, I have this down to an exact science. So, let's see here. Actually, you know what? Okay, so real quick, let's take a small detour. Go the other way. So if you have to reach character, or no. Let's just stick with page limit. So yeah, adjectives are your best friend in both cases. Cause if you say I like cat, you can say I like my cat. You can say I like my cats. I love cats. That also works. O is a wider. If you're going for page limit, if you could say I love cats instead of I like cats. Why? Why, you might ask? Well, O is wider than I. Because like and love, because K and V are about the same width. But I is a small line. O is like a circle. It's literally a circle. O takes up more space. And the L and the E are in the same spot. In both words. So if you say I love cats, or I love cats, you get just a bit more distance, which, let me tell you, adds up over time. Don't count it out. Don't count it out. Do not count that stuff out. Because when I say I'm a lazy hard worker, I mean it. I put the maximum effort into being lazy. Absolutely lazy. Which tells you just how much effort has gone into, doing something I really don't want to do. I need to sit back up because I'm falling out of my chair. But you could also say, I like orange cats. I like young cats. I like kittens. Young cats is long. Yes, long cats or young cats are long. Is longer, but you are probably better off using kittens to avoid detection, because if you do get detected using these techniques, teachers might get wise and make you redo it, which, if your objective is to cheese it, having to redo the entire thing isn't good, because that's just more work you're gonna have to do. So you want to make it seem as human as possible, while also being as cheap as possible. So you could say, I like orange cats. I like fluffy orange cats. I really like fluffy orange cats. All those work really, really well. All those expand, and we just took I like cats, a very short sentence, and just expanded it out the wazoo. That thing is probably now reaching towards the end of the page. By the way, another tip. Another tip. At the end of each of your sentences, this works for either way if you're going for a character limit or a page limit. This tip here works for either one. Double space after the end of each sentence adds up after time. Doesn't add much space, but like I said, it adds up after time. Trust me, I do coding, or I've done coding before. The small things add up very quickly. Very, very quickly. When you're going for, I don't know if that actually shows in stream. Is that showing on stream? I don't think it is. Oh, cool. But if you're going for character limit, once again, adjective is your best friend. So you're going to want to use longer words as well. Actually, no. I guess the strategy would be the same for either one. Yeah, longer words. But you don't want to seem like you don't want to seem like you don't want to seem like you're trying too hard, because the teachers will catch on and probably make you rework it or worse. Which the objective here is, to avoid that stuff. So you don't want to do that. No. So you still want to seem like you say, I like felines, and while yes, like I said, feline is a longer word than cat, people don't normally say feline. They still use the word cat or kittens. You can use the word kittens, that works. It's a longer word than cat. I really love orange, fluffy kittens. Now look how long we made that word, or that sentence. That's it. Okay. I hope that wasn't. I saw a little black spot just showing up right by the star in chat there. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was something from the model, or if it was OBS, or God forbid my monitor. This is a good monitor too. But yeah, you want to use. So, the thorses? The thorses? The thesaurus I. What's the plural? The thorses. No, I can't say it. Let's take a drink of water. Oh, whoa. Thesaurus is. That still sounds wrong. Anyway. They are your best friend, because not only will you be able to, look up words to find, longer ones to use. Hello, Satino, how are you? I decided to try something out a little bit different today. Water, yes. But yeah, when we're going for character, actually, yeah, no, work. There's some that only work for page limit, but both of these strategies tend to typically work for both character or page limit. I can't really think of any of the strategies I used to use that really worked with just character limit. Because if it worked with character limit, it would also work with page limit as well. So, I'm just giving advice on how to, cheese, writing classes in school. Take it from someone who's, been around the world, or been around the sun a few times. Oops. Oh, there we go. Though, obviously, if you're doing a paper that you're passionate about, obviously, let your passion fuel you. Because trust me, if you're passionate about something, you will find the energy to do it. I one time wrote a paper. There was one time in high school, when I was in high school. I forget what grade I was exactly, but might have even been middle school. I had to write a paper for a writing class about, you know, a more controversial, wow, I can't speak, controversial subject. This was several years ago, like before 2015 sort of dealio, so like well 10 years ago, almost, just about, yeah, well over 10 years ago. Which, saying that out loud, damn, I'm old. Anyway. Anyway. The subject I decided to choose to go for, to write about was, sexual representation in media. Men versus women. Well, for my examples, I used a Hardee's commercial, which, if you don't know what they are, they're a fast food chain. Last time I checked, they ain't doing too hot nowadays, but their commercials back in the day were very sexually charged, not gonna lie. They had basically what would be considered, you know, very, very attractive women, you know, on the beach doing, you know, what you would expect. And then on the male side, I used Old Spice commercials, if you remember any of those commercials. And basically, like, I basically summarized the commercials, made a few points about them, but what I want to get to is what I said about the in my third paragraph, my last paragraph. It was like, because in the last paragraph we had, so to wrap up the paper, we had to write about sort of like our solution to, you know, the problem or whatever, what have ye. But my solution was and I basically came to the conclusion that, like, yes, women do seem to be more sexualized in media than men do. So what was my solution? It was not to sexualize women less. No. I was like, the human, just like, I literally, in the paper, so it was like, the human race is nothing but degenerates. There's no way we're gonna be able to, you know, sexualize women less. But we could sexualize men more. That is a much more plausible and easier solution to solve the issue. Because if, you know, both men and women are sexualized equally, out the wazoo, or if both men and women are sexualized, like, you know, out the wazoo, equally, they're equally, you know, they're both, like, you know, have equal representation in media when it comes to that sort of stuff. Because those are just like, yeah, no, the human race is just that much of like, degenerate. Like, I realized just how much the human race was freaking screwed 10 years ago. Let me tell you something. It hasn't gone better. No. But yeah. That was my conclusion. It's like, yeah, like, we won't really be, people say, like, to sexualize women less in media, and like, no, that's never gonna happen. No, that's never gonna happen. Let's sexualize the men more. Give me more, like, shirtless men. Put more men in Speedos and stuff like that. Let's start sexualizing the men more. Because the human race is filled with nothing but degenerates. Both men and women can be degenerates. Why do men only have to be the degenerates? Why can't women also be degenerates? We all do it. Why hide it? And that's just my conclusion. It's like, yeah, like, I mean, if they're both, you know, like, if both men and women are sexualized, you know, to, like, the 10th degree, well, they're being sexualized equally. Yes, it is, they're being sexualized, like, very absurdly, but they're equal. And that's what people want. They just don't see the easy... Sometimes the easiest route is the route people don't want to go down. So people say, like, take the path less traveled. Well, sometimes that path is the path people don't want to go down. But it's the one that makes the most sense. And what was the reaction to your teacher or classmates with that conclusion? A+. I just got an A on the... Well, no. My school didn't use A+. Didn't use, like, plus or minuses. Just A, like, A, B, C, D, F sort of dealio. But, I aside from, like, I think maybe a few grammatical errors, teachers gave me an A. So... No comment. Pretty much no comment. We didn't read the... Or no. I think I did read my... I think the teacher did allow us to read... Some of us to read our papers out loud. And I did volunteer. Because I was actually proud of that paper. I threw... So I threw away most of my papers from... Like, most of my papers from, like, my writing classes. Simply because I don't like writing. But that paper in particular, I know I kept. I have it around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But I know I have it. Because that was one of the few papers I was actually proud of. That was one of the few papers I was actually proud of. So I did keep it. I did keep it. I don't know where it is, but I know I have it. Probably somewhere underneath my bed, actually. I'm not going to go digging for it, because trying to get underneath my bed is just pain. It's just too much of a pain. But yeah. Once again, I don't know what I was gonna say there. I had a thought, and then as soon as I started, it left. Like an angel's kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Let's see here. What are some other... What are some other fun things? Oh yeah, there was the one time in math class where so my school had like two it was like a two-story school. And there's like right next to the auditorium, there were some stairs that led up to like a large, like, wide hallway, followed by like some stairs and a balcony and stairs and a balcony or whatever. And so what the teacher, so at the time during math class, the teacher was teaching us sine and cosine, tangent, and all that stuff. So he had basically split the class into two groups, and one group went to like stand on the balcony and view down, and the other group had to go there, and the teacher had previously had taken some tape and made a basic grid. And basically the students who had to go were on the bottom floor, basically had to make a sine or like sine and cosine and all that stuff, like the wavelength or whatever that they make, the line that they make. So I think my group was first, but regardless, like, there we are, just laying on the floor like idiots, like, you know, like, just like in horseshoe shapes and whatnot. And then when the teacher called us back up, basically he's like, I was just lazy, so I didn't pick up my legs, I just dragged them to the stairs. I only picked up my legs when I had to pick up my legs. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna pick up my freaking legs, no. No, you think I'm that hardworking? No, I'm a lazy motherfucker. I just dragged my legs to the stairs. I have enough physical strength to drag my body. It's one of the few things I make sure I'm capable of doing. Like, physically speaking, like, I'm not like physically fit by any means. Like, I'm not overweight. Like, I have a crazy fast metabolism, but I'm not strong by any stretch of the imagination. But I at least make sure I'm at least capable of lifting my own body weight. I view that as necessary, and therefore I make sure I'm capable of doing such. So I weigh between 110 and 115 pounds. Which, let's see here. Let me go to Google. Pounds to kilograms. Let's see here. So 49 kilogram. well, 50 kilograms to, oops. Between 50 to 52 kilograms for everyone else who doesn't know about that stuff. But, so yeah, like I said, I'm very, very light. So I at least make sure I can at least lift 115 pounds. Because that's how much I weigh. At most, usually. So like 115, 116, somewhere in there. I at least make sure I can lift that much weight. Because that's how much I weigh. Because I view that as absolutely necessary. So. Because like if you're able, because like yeah, if you're able to lift, because yeah, it's like I feel like a person should be able to lift their own body weight. Like, and everyone's views are different, and that's just me. Because like, you know, I'm also very dexterous, so like being able to, you know, lift my own body weight. Oops, I need to put my knee. I'm starting to, you know, not sit like a normal human again. So like my knee was causing issues. I'm also very dexterous, so like climbing trees, you know, literally bending over backwards, are things I tend to do regularly. Like I have played limbo with 3-year-olds and tied with them. Tied with 3-year-olds. I am like in my late 20s, and I've tied with 3-year-olds at limbo. 3-year-olds at limbo. I have tied with people like 7, 8 times younger than me at limbo. They are very close to the ground. I am not. And we tie. Because, like, literally when the bar gets so, like, close to the ground that we both fall over, like, they go first, they fall over, I go, I fall over, like, it's at that point where it's, like, the bar's just so low, like, you physically just can't you physically just can't go under. So, like, the people standing are typically, you know, those, you know, under 5 and me. Because when I'm doing limbo, people are like, just like standing there, just like. It's actually rather funny because like, there's the whole line is like typically there's like 3 to 5 year olds, and then there's me in my 20s just standing there like in the middle of the line. It's actually ridiculous. Just people are like, damn, he's flexible. Just there, I'm just keeping up with these like, you know, with these toddlers at limbo. So like when I say I'm dexterous, I'm incredibly dexterous and flexible. So being able to move around what little weight I have is very, very key for that. To being good in limbo. Good spatial awareness and patience is the key to limbo. You need to know where your head is. You need to have a good idea of where your head is. Well, actually, no. Just you need to have a good idea of where the bar is, as well as as well as your own head, as well as just. Well, actually, the rest of your body in general, honestly. So, as well as patience, because when you're getting down low, like the most you can really move is what you can do with your feet, not legs, just feet. So like if like it'll eventually get down to a point where like, hello, Spady Jorts, how are you? I'm teaching the secrets to limbo because I'm in my late 20s and I tie with like, and I'm able to like beat if not I'm able to tie if not beat 3-year-olds at limbo. But yeah, because like most of the time I'm not even crab walking. I'm like scooting my feet across the floor like doing the what's the move? Let's see if I can. that's okay. Often there, I have never played it before. Do they play it on parties or something? Mostly, you typically see Limbo played at parties, yes. I haven't really seen it played, like, anywhere that isn't a party. Or, like, at a fun gathering. Because, let's see, last time I played Limbo was, I think, at one of my dad's company picnics. Which was a few years ago, so... Or, well, at least the last one I attended was a few years ago. Ow, my... Yeah, thank you. Because, like I said, there I was, like, in my 20s, just, you know, amongst, in the line of, like, 3 and 5-year-olds. Still keeping up. Beating some of them! Because, like, and obviously you don't want to be under the bar for a long time either. Because you want to be as swift as you can. Because the longer you are under that bar, the more likely you are to either fall or hit the bar. So you want to be as quick as you can. But you still also, like, want to be... You want to take your time, but you don't want to dilly-dally, basically. Is pretty much what it boils down to. Because, like... What... Let's see. If I can figure out what like, move I can... Dance move. Let's see here. Is it the electric slide? Okay, I just got a whole bunch of weird-ass gifts. Nope. Okay, it's not the electric slide. But, oops, didn't mean to click on that. Basically, just sort of like, just shimmying your feet across is the best method I tend to use. So, like, basically, I'll crouch it down into, like, a really wide stance. And then basically brace myself against my ankles. And then just sort of, like, shimmy my feet across as fast as I can. Like, I try to make it so, like, I get my front leg, which is using my left leg, as far across, as far to the other, as far as I can get it on the other side, without obviously hitting the bar or falling over. And then basically just getting as low as I can, obviously under the bar, and then just shimmy, bracing against, like, my ankles or whatever I need to, and then, I brace against myself, obviously, but, like, and then just sort of, like, shimmying my feet, like, across to get the rest of my body. Because if the feet move, the body moves. Physics. They work like that. So, that's basically how I sort of was able to match 3-year-olds. They're still small enough to be able to, you know, squeeze under the bar. I have to come up with tricks. And tricks I did. It was also at those company picnics that, or no. It was at one of the company picnics. I only did it at one picnic. Which was, since it was outside, I popped a rib. Which, by the way, if you've ever popped a rib before, you would know, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. So that was actually the second time I had ever popped a rib. The first time, I was at a park. I was playing with, like, the pull bars. I go to lift myself up. Excuse me. I slam my I slam my chest, pop a rib. Yeah, you know how you like pop your knuckles? Yeah, imagine doing that to a rib. Yeah, and if, as you can probably imagine, it does not feel good. Not at all. I was playing on the pole bars at a park. I go to pull myself up. I slammed my chest, like, right above the stomach, right below, like, the lungs, you know, where your bottom ribs are. I slammed, like, right there, hit the bar. I heard a pop, and my chest started hurting. So, like, I lowered myself and sat down on, like, a nearby, like, bench or, like, yeah, like, on, like, a nearby bench or whatever. And I just sat there for, like, 5 minutes holding, like, my stomach. Because it's just like, oh, this hurts. And it's not, and it wasn't, I didn't knock the wind out of me. I've had that happen. Not the same thing. Because I could still properly breathe. It just hurt like hell. What do I do to be flexible? I've just always been naturally flexible. I do have a very thin frame, which helps. Because like I said, I'm 5'9", and I weigh like 110, 115 pounds. So you can probably imagine what that looks like. So very tall. So, well, I'm not tall. I'm actually closer to average for, well, a male my age anyway. I think I'm like 2 inches higher than average, but so technically tall, but still for the most part average. And itchy nose. But yeah, I've always just sort of naturally been flexible. Which, to be fair, I've been like you're 5'5". Okay, you're like, because the average I think for males my age is 5'7". So yeah, you'd 40 kilos, yeah. Well, closer to 50 kilos. Closer to 50 kilos. It's like 49, 50 kilos is is that for me. So, okay. And so, actually, let's see here. $5'9" in meters. 175 centimeters. Is that right? 1.75 meters. At about 50 kilos. So, like, yeah, slightly, like, a bit taller frame with not a lot of meat on it does help. I've always just sort of naturally been flexible and dexterous. Which, hello, Moomin, how are you? He's behind me. I'm testing stuff out. You think you're like 120 pounds? You dig it? Nice. But yeah, like, damn my knee. But yeah, like I said, I've always just been flexible. Yeah, I did call you Moomin. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I did call you Moomin. Muzan. Muzan, Moomin. Oh, so the knee is screwing things up again. So my blinds all the way? Yes. Oops. There we go. Had to readjust my blinds. Let's see here. But yeah, like, you can probably imagine, like, someone, like, a little, right around average, a little taller than average, with not a lot of meat on the bones. That's pretty much me. What is the funniest show in my middies? What? Funniest show. Konosuba. Trying to think if that's funny. Whose line is it anyway? That's also a pretty good one. Pretty funny show. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Do you work out? No, I do not. I do not work out. I do at least make it a point to be able to lift my own body weight. So I do make sure I can at least live to like 110, 115 pounds. What I like about streaming? What I like about streaming is that I get to make other people smile, other people laugh. I've always enjoyed doing that, and streaming allows me to do that to a grander audience. So, because I've always tried to, like, you know, make people laugh, make people smile. Forget a lot about life for even if just a brief moment. It's what I enjoy. It's what I enjoy most. That's why I like to stream. Huh. Apparently when I turn my... come on. I got into your nose. There we go. That's cute. Thank you. Turn my head sideways. Apparently it thinks my eyes... I close my eyes. If I take off my glasses... Can the dog wink? If I do this, no, it just makes it back up. So I can't really tell if things are going on. Both is the answer. I do not, but not to lose weight, just to build more muscles in my rear and legs. So, yeah, I will say I do have very powerful legs. Like, my lower body is definitely stronger than my upper body by a substantial margin, actually. Because a lot of the activities I do like to do are more lower body focused, especially the ones that are, you know, more physically intense. Because I haven't recently, but I do like to ice skate, which is incredibly taxing on the legs. Like back when there's a nearby amusement park, and during the winter they will sometimes have an ice rink, and my brother used to perform there, and so, like, obviously we get tickets for, like, you know, an entire night. I'd literally go there and just, you know, book the entire, since I wasn't really big into rides or anything like that, I'd literally just go the entire night and just purchase, like, just, like, book the entire night for just ice skating, and that's it. You just huge furniture with only my legs, yeah. With me, I've learned how to lock... So I've learned how to basically lock up my upper body and let most of my lower body do the heavy lifting. Like, do like the load work. So, like, if I grab onto something, my hand, I've learned to basically just, like, have an iron grip, and then have the force be extruded through my legs. So, like, if I'm holding, if we're playing tug of war or something like that, my hands aren't letting go, and my legs are going to be moving backwards. It would look like dog just jumped into food. I mean, once again, I need to remember to keep my knees down. There is me. I am currently not on the camera. There we go. Because, yeah, like, being a gamer has its moments. Because you see, being a gamer, I have a good grip. And I mean, good grip. And once again, like I said, most of the things I like to do, like more physically active things, tend to focus more on the lower body. So my legs. You don't want to get kicked by me. Just wanted to check and see how you're doing. Okay. See ya. Take care, Muzan. Take care. So, like, cause, like, I do also like going for walks occasionally. Which, once again, lower body. I would normally go for, let's see here. I think about 2.5 mile walks. 5 miles total. Skinny and also just having really strong legs surprises everyone. Yeah. Also, when being in improv theater also has some perks to being, you know, skinny and light. Because, like, I'll tell people, like, hey, pick me up and throw me. Literally, throw me. Because, you know, being dexterous means I'm also resistant to, you know, bone breaking. So I'm also very eatable. I can be picked up and thrown very easily. People don't think that I am. So when I actually annoy them enough to actually, you know, have them pick me up, they're like, they use more force than what they think. And they end up throwing me over their heads. It's actually kind of funny. It's just like, there's this one dude who was actually really, really big and really built. I'm like, dude, throw me. He's like, no, I'm not gonna throw you. I'm like, throw me. He's like, fine, I'll throw you. He picks me up and he almost threw me over his head. Because he's like, he was expecting me to be heavier than what I actually am. And he's like, damn, you're light. I'm like, yeah, I know. This is why I'm telling you to pick me up. This is why I'm telling you to throw me. I'm light as a feather. And being dexterous as hell, like, I'm usually able to land on, like, my feet and hands. I'm also great at dodgeball. Because, like, I can't throw worth a damn. Because, you know, I lack the upper body, like, good upper body strength. But I have insane dexterity. So, and, like, incredible hand-eyes. So, like, I see the balls coming, flying my way. I'm able to dodge them incredibly easily. So I am that easy bait that isn't so easy to hit. So, like, I'll go up there and act as the bait to get the balls onto my side of the court, on my team's side of the court. No one would be able to hit me. People have, unfortunately, I'd usually end up getting, like, I never won a game of dodgeball. My team would always lose. It would always come down to me and, like, you know, the powerhouse on the other side. No. There was one time that I won, that my team won dodgeball. It was because it had gone down to basically, you know, the really large kid in the class versus me, the kid who couldn't be hit. Being short and skinny. Oh man, my boyfriend sometimes just picks me up. Just picks me up. You dig it? Nice. It was me versus basically like the largest kid in the group. Well, you got this skinny little kid versus, like, you know, this huge kid. The teacher felt bad for me because he could tell that it was gonna go nowhere. He could tell that, like, the other kid couldn't hit me, and I wouldn't be able to hit the other kid. So the teacher ended up joining one of the teams. And fortunately, it was my team. That was the one time my team won. Because if I'm the last person standing, I'm not winning, usually. Because, like I said, like, I have enough dexterity to be able to dodge whatever's thrown at me. Fighting Goliath, yeah! I couldn't catch, but I could sure as hell dodge. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Oh, jeez. I saw that movie, like, once. It wasn't a very good movie. There was also that one time where this was all the way back in elementary school. So like, there's still recess, to give you an idea. Which for in America, it's grades. There's kindergarten, then there's grade, and after kindergarten comes first grade, and it goes all the way up to 12th grade, senior year in high school. But only so for those first 5, 6, so grades K through 5th or elementary, they get something called recess, where they're given time to go outside and play. Well, the playground at my school had rocks, had little tiny rocks, like little pebbles or whatever. And you can imagine like the amount of trouble that that would cause, and it did. But for the most part, it was not. However, it wasn't as bad as you think it was. But still, either way, point of the story. There was one time where it was a PE day, but PE didn't happen until after recess. Well, I don't know what compelled me to do this. I really don't. But what I decided to do was I decided to stick my shoes full of rocks. As you can imagine, having a shoe full of rocks did not feel good. So in my infinite genius, I decided during PE, when we had to run around, especially, like when we had to run around PE, having a shoe full of rocks isn't very good. So I decided to dump all those rocks out. The teacher was like, "Who did this?" Well, I immediately got ratted out. So the teacher had me clean it up. Not gonna lie, I kind of deserved it. I wasn't happy that I had to clean them up, but looking back at it, on the entire situation, I kind of deserved it. Let's see here. Test of endurance, yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. There's something else. That reminded me of something that I was gonna... Another story. What was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Rocks. Playground. Rocks. Playground PE. No, I don't remember. Oh well. Going on back onto the subject of ice skating. So the very first time I ever ice skated, I was actually meeting up with some friends. My mom had... This was back in high school. My mom had dropped me off, and she had gone to go do some other things. It was close. There was a nearby shopping center, so I think she went to go do a bit of shopping. But obviously I was there with some friends. I was meeting up with some friends there that I had not seen since like middle school, which is grades like 6 through 8. High school is 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I had not seen, since this was high school, and I had not seen these friends since middle school. No. I don't remember. Anyway, it had been a while since I last seen these friends. So we're going like I had gone there first before my friends show up. So I got on the ice skates, and at first I was on the wall. Oop, Put my hand over them. Oh, I did something with my hand to make it really zoom out. Whoa. Anyway, so like I started like before my friends got there, I put on the ice skates and I had started on the wall and whatnot. And I was like, okay, this ain't too bad. I got really small. All right, I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. But, you know what I did? I told myself that ice skating was easy. And lo and behold, my body did the rest. Naturally acquiring good dexterity for ice skating, not natural, but like having naturally good dexterity did help. But I also just mentally told myself, ice skating is easy. I can do this. So I pushed myself off the wall. And lo and behold, I basically, I locked in. By the time my friends had actually arrived, I was already, like, skating on the inside of, like, the circle that everyone was doing. You know how, like, in ice rinks, everyone will go in a circle? I was already on the inside of that circle by the time my friends showed up. And then they're friends I hadn't seen in a long time. Like, one of the friends that actually showed up, I hadn't seen her since elementary school. And, like, so, like, she was there with one of her friends. She's like, hey, she's like, hey, Tara, can you, it's like, we're, both me and my friend are unsteady. Can you help? And I'm like, sure. So, like, by the end of the day, by the end of, like, the first time I ever ice skated, by the time I was done, I was already helping other people ice skate. On my very first time, ice skating. By the time I was done ice skating that day, I was already helping other people ice skate. Like, basically, like, I had my friend in one hand and her friend in my, like, I had, basically, we locked arms together, basically, is what we did. And I basically just sort of helped them go around the rink. Yeah. And that was my very first time ice skating. I was like, okay, I got this. I locked in and became instantly good at it. And then by the end of the day, before I had to go, I was helping my friends ice skate themselves. It's like, this is my first time ice skating. And when my mom came to pick me up to see how I was doing, she was like, wow, you're already ice skating on the inside. She was astonished that I was, ice skating on the other side. I think she was like halfway expecting me, to be on the wall the entire time. She was not expecting me to be on the inside of the circle. Use roller skates? I've tried. After I've done ice skating, I was like, I'm gonna try rollerblading. They do not work the same. I still have my rollerblades, but they do not work the same. They do not work the same as ice skates. I've also been roller skating to roller rinks, though I've not been to a roller rink since at least middle school. At least. They look so cool. Yeah. I think the last time I went to a roller rink, I got ran over by it was a school event. And I think the last time I went, I got ran over by a teacher. Looks sick, yeah. Cause we were like, obviously, like, everyone was doing the circle thing, but I was like on the far end of the circle and I won, out. So, I just cut across the circle. Well, right before I get out, a teacher didn't see me and ended up running me over. Yeah, ended up getting a bloody knee. Pretty much sat the rest of the time like on the side, because my knee really hurt. And, you know, being a small child getting ran over by, you know, a fully grown adult also did not feel good. I'm pretty sure the teacher felt really bad about doing it, too. Because I also remember, like, sitting there crying for, like, the rest of the time. Because I hurt so much. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Speaking of school outings. So, there was the... So, when in middle school, in 6th grade, the entire grade went on a school field trip to basically like a nature preserve or whatever, and we did a whole bunch for the entire day. It was a huge event where basically like the entire school day was like dedicated to just this one thing. There were various different activities and whatnot, and the last activity that they had us do was catch frogs by this small pond. Well. They had warned us that the mud, that there was a ton of mud around the edge of this pond, of this small pond. And to be careful, because they said that if we just stood there, we would sink into the mud. So we shouldn't really be standing around too long. We should we shouldn't really go into the mud that much, or if we do, not to stand around, because we will sink. We will sink into the mud. And by the way, I will say, the teachers did say that there would be awards in like the following weeks to various students but they didn't say what the awards were. They just said that they're going to be judging the students based upon various criteria, though they never told us what that criteria was. Anyway, fast forward back to now. So we're collecting frogs. So we have to collect frogs by, you know, the small pond in the mud. Everyone's shoes got muddy, of course. However, I had the brilliant idea of just like, you know, I'm trying to catch a frog. I'm losing track of where I am. I was standing in place. About halfway up my shins. Or no. Not my shins. Just above the ankle. I wasn't that deep. Needless to say, I completely ruined my shoes and my socks. Cause, yes, cause my entire feet got buried when I realized that, I was, you know, sinking into the mud, like, you know, I was warned. I was warned was going to happen. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm sinking into the mud. I better move. By the way, by the way, this entire story was all for naught because I caught like 2 frogs. Everyone else caught like, you know, I think 4. But I wasn't very good at catching frogs. Let's just say that. But I had fun. But yeah, by the time I realized like, oh shoot, I'm sinking into the mud, like I said they said I would. When I was able to remove one foot. The other foot, I pulled and I pulled. I even ended up having to get help from my mother, who was there with me. She helped pull me out, and well, let's just say my shoe didn't come with me. My right shoe did not come with me. So like having just being pulled out, like I was unsteady on my feet at that point, and ended up, you know, placing my foot right back down into the mud with just my sock, which immediately sank back into the mud. So I quickly grabbed my shoe. Or no. I think my mom grabbed my shoe. I don't really remember. Either way, so there, so there it was. So, like, I had a shoe completely covered, both my shoes completely caked in mud. One shoe was filled with mud. One sock completely covered in mud. The other sock mostly covered in mud. If I removed my left shoe, my left sock, the bottom of my left sock, was still intact. This is important because you see, the problem with having muddy feet is that they didn't want to track that much fucking mud onto the bus. It's like, okay, the other students who all had mud on their shoes were allowed on the bus. They didn't have nearly as much mud on their shoes as I did. Like, when I say I was caked like, a double-decker cake. This was no cookie cake. This was like a wedding cake sort of layers. Like, it was on there thick. It was on there, like, thicker than a Kim Kardashian ass. To give you, dipped in mud. Like, that's putting it like, it was thick, like with a triple C thick of mud. To give you an idea, I was like, that is just way too much mud to bring on this bus. So, I ended up riding the bus, I think barefoot, honestly. I either rode the bus barefoot, okay, I don't remember exactly how I rode the bus. I'm pretty sure it was just barefoot. Platform shoes? Pretty much. Platform shoes that went squish. They all the way. They're like, yeah, no, you can't bring that much mud onto the bus. 'Cause you see, having no socks, no shoe, like having no clean socks and no clean shoes. Also, hello Rex, how are you? While you're on a bowl, you still covered in mud. Yeah, I'm so muddy to this day. Cause you see, this, we were at the field trip site when this happened, obviously. So, there's still the issue of, I had to go home. All the students eventually had to go home. But you see, we had to go to the school first, because we just had to pick up, our school supplies that we brought to school that day and whatnot. Like our backpack and all that stuff. I had not only had to do that, there's also the matter of, going home. Also, I can see my knee is causing issues. Luckily, my mom did have her car there, so I did not have to take the bus home. I got a car ride home, which I think the school was actually very thankful for. So that way, because I had pretty much, because, I still had to bring my shoes home, my socks home, and they were still dripping with mud, so I still got mud on that bus, regardless if I was barefoot or not. Well, so, like, I went to school, I got to school, and then, like, I'm just walking around the school barefoot, just grabbing my stuff so I can go home. And my mom's like, yeah, no, I'm taking you home. 'Cause, like, yeah, it'd be much faster and just, I'm here, might as well. It's the end of the day. So, come, like, the following week, they assemble us to give out the awards. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, no. And I was like, yeah, no. If there's a muddiest award, Tara's got that one. I was so muddy it became my name. It's like, yeah, no, if there's a muddiest award, it was Tara, because, like, I created so much of a problem just by the way, it didn't even pay off because I only got 2 frogs. But sure enough, there was a Muddiest Award, and they didn't even need to call my name. I was already standing up. Alright, and the Muddiest Award goes to Terra, to nobody's surprise. The Mudster, yeah, the Mudster. Cause like there was by no means like even on the bus ride home, everyone was like, we were all joking like, yeah, no, if there's a Muddiest Award, you definitely got that one. Cause I had lost both a parachute, by the way, at that point. By the way, the next day, by the end of that day, actually, my mom had taken me out, no, I think it might have been my dad at that point. Because I think my mom was like, no, you take him to go buy new shoes. I'm tired. I had to deal with the muddy shoes. You can go get him the new ones. So yeah, after school that day, I went to go get a new pair of shoes because, you know, the old ones were a bit destroyed. And yeah, and the socks also got tossed out because there were no saving those either. The pants I was wearing though at the time, only the bottom of them got muddy, so those were still salvageable. They had to go through a lot of treatment, but they were still salvageable. So, but yeah, like on the bus ride home or on the bus ride back to school, like everyone was like, yeah, no, if there's a Muddiest Award, you definitely got that. You definitely won that one. As I sat there with, you know, like holding a pair of muddy shoes and socks, barefoot on the bus. We were all laughing about it. So. And sure enough, there was a Muddiest Award. There was the Muddiest Award. And I definitely won that one. I think my mom put that in my scrapbook. But yeah, let's see here. Oh shoot, I wish I could tell that story, but I can't without doxing. Actually, no. I've said I lived in Kansas City before, so actually I can share this, so, because people know where Kansas City lives. Or, well, Kansas City, but, Kansas City, for those of you who don't know, Kansas City, it sits right on the border between Missouri State and Kansas State. Well, there was one time. Oh my gosh! Okay. So I'm about to give you a whole heap of information, including a really good recipe for a fun little treat. So, I forget which grade this was, but we went went for a field trip to this like, I forget what it was exactly, but it was like this fake city, I think, or like where we got like pretend jobs or whatever, air quote jobs. And they were based on like, I think, different parts of the world. I think mine was Africa. But we were tasked with making like, we were put into like small groups, and my group, like I said, was Africa, was then just divided even further into a group that made treats, a group that made like small little like toys or whatever, and I think a group to like sell the treats. I think treats and toys. Well, anyway, I was put on in the Africa group. My group was in Africa, and I was part of the toy making team. the toy that we had to make were like little ball catcher things, where like we had like old so we had old like pill bottles slash like film canisters, which by the way, photos back in the day were on film. They had little like canisters that were very reminiscent of modern day pill bottles, except a lot smaller and thinner with like thinner walls. Basically, like we had like popsicle sticks, which we glued like little film canisters, empty like film holders to those, as well as like string with like I think a bead or whatever, and then we had some markers, you know, to decorate them. Well, around Kansas City, there's two big colleges around Kansas City, KU and MU, Kansas State, Missouri State. Huge rivalry in the area. You got a camera that had those? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I was like, hey, by the way, one of the teachers that was there was a big KU fan. This is important for a reason. I knew that the MU colors were, or I knew the MU colors were gold or black and gold, and I knew KU was blue and red. But you see, I couldn't remember which one was which. So, I thought KU was the black and gold and MU was blue and red. So I'd made some like of these toys, you know, with those themes, with the colors that I thought were correct, which I then found out were not correct. So there was a KU little toy that I had made with black and gold colors and a MU one with blue and red. And well, the teacher came by, the teacher that liked, who was a fan of KU, came by and saw the KU and she was like, that's KU, but it's in MU colors. But he's like, it still says KU, so I'll get it. So she used like the fake money that we all had or whatever, that we could spend, you know, for the different like stations and whatnot. And we could, and obviously like we were allowed to make, you know, our own toys. Like I was able to keep my own, make my own like little like bead tossing thing and keep it without paying for it and whatnot. But I'd pay for like, I was given some fake money for this and whatever to spend at the other stations or whatever. And this is where I get into the recipe part, because I forget which one it was. It was probably like Japan or whatever, where they had candy sushi. I absolutely loved it. So what it was a Rice Krispie treat that was cookie cuttered into a circle, with the center like poked out, with a gummy worm in the center, wrapped in fruit roll-up. Wrapped in a fruit roll-up. It was amazing. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So like I spent like I don't remember all that was there, but I remember the candy sushi, and I absolutely loved it. I've made it once or twice before. I've made it once or twice since then, since seeing that. The last time I made it was, it was at work. I was at work, and like they were doing like a little thing at work where it's like bring in your own, like bring in a dish or whatever. And I said I'd bring in some candy sushi. Oh yeah, very sugary. But you know, being, you know, a kid, sugar, I like it's nothing but sugar. Kids like sugar, I like sugar, I still love sugar. But anyway, there was a work event coming up where it's like bring in your own food or whatever. So I said I'd bring in some candy sushi, and they're like, what's that? And so I told them, I was like, it's basically like a Rice Krispie treat with the center poked out with a gummy worm, like with the center poked out with a gummy worm wrapped in a fruit roll-up sort of thing. And they're like, ooh, that sounds really good. So I made some, and everyone liked, and everyone at work liked it. I made way too much like I normally do. I tend to go overboard. I tend to go overboard with that sort of stuff. But, you know, oh, my knees. Now it's my other knee. But everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. I made way too much, so I had plenty of leftovers. But, you know, I still ate those, so they're so good. They're so good. Let's see here. Oh, God. Speaking of overdoing it. The more the merrier, yeah. Speaking of overdoing it, there was one time I made the world's strongest piñata. I shit you not. Okay, so okay, I need to find an image here real quick before I do this. Let me bring that up so. Alright, let's see here. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna slap this right there. Okay, cool. Alright, done with that. Alright, now, the reason I had to make that small detour is just our flooding. I remember making piñatas in my school with balloons and newspaper. Yeah. So, in my high school, so like in the class, it was a language arts class. The teacher had noticed that we had a lot of students in the class from different parts of the world. So what he had done was he had separated us into groups with, and each group had one of these students that were from, you know, a different part of the world. My group had the student that was from Mexico. And we had to basically give a presentation on, you know, that country in particular. So my group was tasked with Mexico. One person. So let's see here, and we had to come up with a presentation. Obviously, we also had to come up with an activity. I was in charge of the activity, so being Mexico, I figured what better activity than, you know, a piñata. So I looked up more information on piñatas. Looked up where the idea started, where the tradition started, as well as like more traditional piñata designs. So I took a balloon. So like after learning that, I told the rest of the group that, and so they were able to put that in the presentation and whatnot. And then I made the piñata. So I did your same thing. So I took a balloon and like put paper mache around it and whatnot. I left a hole open at the top for whatever. Put candy in, and well, let's just say I made sure everyone got to participate, including the football player. Who got like several whacks. So needless to say, my group got an A. But because especially given, yeah. So when my group goes up to present paper mache, it's basically sort of like newspaper mixed with like glue sort of stuff. But paper mache is stronger than you might think. I found that one out. Cause you see, like once the presentation was done, everyone it was time for the piñata. Well, everyone lined up to get, you know, and the teacher said, all right, everyone gets one whack at the piñata. But was it so, how was it so strong? I have no idea. So the shape itself, I designed it after a traditional Mexican piñata, which I had found out was like a star shape. With that traditional piñata was a star shape, in the colors of the Mexican flag. So I designed it as such. The main part of the piñata was the paper mache part was literally just the ball that I paper mached the balloon over. The spikes for the star was just like construction paper that I had You're Mexican, by the way? Nice. That I just basically turned into cones and taped onto the sides. I think I also printed out the snake and cactus as well and put that on the front. I don't know if I did that or not, though. Don't remember, it's been too long. I at least know it was in the colors and it had the spikes. But anyway, we had the entire class lined up. The teacher said, all right, everyone gets one whack. So just try and make sure that everyone, you know, got a hit in. So we all did a single hit. The teacher saw how much damage the piñata had taken and saw that it was barely even bent. So he's like, all right, everyone can go again. So we did it again. It was a little bit bigger, but then he's like, all right. He called up the football player to take a few more hits. It made a slight tear in it. Oops. It made a slight tear in it, but still no candy. Let me get this image going. Where'd it go? It's a GIF image. Where is it? I know I saved it here somewhere. There we go. Okay. So the teacher then put the piñata. So, like, after the football player took, you know, a good few swings at this, with all his strength, mind you, only to create a rip in the piñata that wasn't even big enough to spill the candy. The teacher then decided to do something like this to the piñata. He put the piñata on the ground and just started whacking it with the stick. And what gets me is I can only imagine someone walking by the room, because we had the door closed, by the way. And you see the door itself did have a window. It did have a window. But it wasn't a full it wasn't a ceiling to floor window. It went from the ceiling to about halfway. So if someone was walking by, they would not be able to see that piñata. Just the teacher with this stick violently swinging at the ground at something that was obscured. I like to think that something like that happened. Just seeing the teacher just violently whack something on the ground. And by the way, he eventually just gave up and just tipped it upside down. Because he couldn't break it. I made the piñata too damn good. Save the kids, yeah. The football player went at it. The teacher really went at it. Still, no give. You're just like, whatever. Just turned it upside down. Because I apparently made this piñata way too strong. Just way too freaking strong. And so, like, we all went out there and gathered our candy. I didn't grab any candy myself because, like, I still had candy at home left over. And, like, I didn't eat the candy. Like, I think by the time, like, the kids had gotten their fill, like, I think there's still some on the ground, so I think I grabbed that. But aside from that, like, I let the other kids have their fun, so. But the sheer fact that, like, everyone got, like, several whacks and the football player had a chance to go at it. And then the teacher just took it to the ground and just started beating the ever-living hell out of it. And it still wasn't busted. The fact that we had to cheat and turn it upside down where I purposely left a hole. Because, by the way, if I was able to, I would have sealed up that hole, too. If I could have. Yeah, I think the teacher did help himself to, like, a handful of candy, if I remember correctly. I think he's, like, after he dumped it upside down, I think he was the first one. I think he just grabbed a handful of candy and just, like, put it on his desk and then just let the kid, and then just had the rest of and just had the kids grab their shares and whatnot. Boy, that was fun. There's one thing my dad taught me, it was, if you couldn't do a job, do it right. And boy, how did I do it right. Needless to say, my group did get an A on that project. Needless to say. And the group cannot say, and no one can say that I did not do my part no one in that group could not, no one could deny that I didn't do my part. That is for sure. I was in charge of the task, and the task I did deliver on. A for, yeah. Where's my phone? Let's see here. What should I have? You know what? Yeah. I'm starting to get hungry. Let's see. What should I have for dinner? Actually, hold on. Before I do that, I need to check something. Alright. But yeah. It's freaking hilarious. I absolutely loved it. Oh. Did I get paid today? Was it a payday? Yes, okay, cool. I just got paid by my job. Hooray! Let's get some DoorDash and I'll go once my food gets here. You know what? Let's get some pizza. Let's go to Papa John's. Let's get the 3 meat. Yeah, I'm kind of lacking in lunch material, so let's get the large. Oh wait, I need to finish the order. Here we go. I need to go turn on my porch light. Give me a second. Alright, should be here in about 30 minutes. I also got some mini jawbreakers. That I have in a bucket. This will hold me over. Anyway, one moment. And by the way, yes, a whole bunch of mini jawbreakers is effectively just a whole bunch of small little sugar pellets. I will eat, well, I won't eat raw sugar, but I will eat sugar pellets. I like small hard candies like that. Those tend to be my favorite. Let's actually turn you up. Okay, cool. So, like, my favorite candy of all time is Runts. Although they're getting harder to find nowadays. I wish they would bring back some of the older flavors of Runts, because right now, because they used to have, so when it comes to Runts, there's so nowadays the flavors are banana, orange, strawberry, strawberry, banana, orange, strawberry. Trying to think of all the different flavors. There's banana, strawberry. Is it only 5? Yeah, but so the 3 consistent ones are banana, orange, and strawberry. Then there's green apple and grape. You heard me? All right. Green apple and grape are the 2 newest flavors. They replaced mango and pineapple. I think sometime early 2000, or in the early 2000s, I think. Which, by the way, those flavors, mango and pineapple, replaced blue raspberry and watermelon, which were the original 2, starting 2. Because it was originally banana, strawberry, or banana, orange, strawberry, watermelon, and blue raspberry. But then blue raspberry and watermelon got replaced with pineapple and mango. And then eventually those 2 got replaced with green apple and grape. I want them to bring back all the flavors. So, mango, pineapple, blue raspberry, and watermelon. While still also keeping grape and green apple as well in the lineup. I wish I would do that, but oh well. Oh well. Everyone loves the banana Runts. As do I. But I like all the Runts. Nowadays, you kind of need to go to like a specialty candy store in order to find Runts. So, all right. Let's see here. As far as chocolate, I like white chocolate. White chocolate's the best. Yeah. Can't beat white chocolate. No, you can't. You can't beat white chocolate. Anyway, I used to like, so white chocolate has always been my favorite type of flavor of chocolate. With the runner-up actually being dark chocolate, then milk chocolate. However, in recent years, probably a switch at this point. Though dark chocolate, I don't. Though dark chocolate still, I don't find dark chocolate like untasteful or terrible or anything like that. But I do think milk chocolate does have more of an appeal now. For sure. Yeah. Uh... I'm trying to see myself blink and it's not working. So, I've always kind of liked the like the Wonka candy brand. I think they've always had like really good candy selections. Like I said, like my favorite candy is which is a Wonka candy. Nerds are always really good. Sweet tarts. I like sweet tarts. Sweet tarts are up there. What are some other Wonka candies? Besides like sweet tarts, nerds, and runts. Pixie sticks. Oh, it's been a while since I had a pixie stick. I might get a pixie stick. Pixie stick. What are Wonka candies? What Wonka candies are there? Let's see here. Helps if I spell it right. Wonka can Gobstoppers! Oh, how could I have forgotten Gobstoppers? Oh, what? Oh. I want to try the Oompas. Wait, are they discontinued? They are. They were discontinued well before I was born. Okay. But Gobstoppers. Oh my gosh. Hey. Yeah, the Gobstoppers, there's, Wait. Wait, Julie Fruit is Wonka? That doesn't seem right. Laffy Taffy! How could I forget Laffy Taffy? Yeah, there's also bottle caps. Those are really good. Flavored as different kinds of sodas. There's like root beer, cherry, grape, cola, and orange. Oh yeah, they recently did put out a new one. Magic Hat gummies. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Runs, Laffy Taffy, Nerds, Sweet Tarts, Bottle Caps, Fun Dip. Oh my gosh, I remember the donuts! Amen. I usually give them goodie bags when they collect my trash. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Cool. Cool. I am just reminiscing about old candy. My favorite candy. I'm just reminiscing like the Sprees. Sprees, of course. Yeah, Sprees are pretty good. Oops. That's Chuckles is Wonka? Huh. But yeah. Like I said, my favorite is Runts. Gobstoppers, love them myself some Gobstoppers. They're basically just jawbreakers. I like jawbreakers. Ball caps are pretty good. Laffy Taffy's always amazing. Sweet Tarts are good for... always hit the right spot. Pixie Sticks. It's been a while since I had a Pixie Stick. Jolly Ranchers are also pretty good. Yeah. I also... who remembers the Wonka donuts? I haven't seen one. I do remember it. And my gosh, I wish they were... oh. Now I'm making myself sad. Because, yeah, like... oh, Sprees. Sprees are always good. Sprees, like, when, like you don't think you miss sprees until you have the spree. It's like, it's been a while since I had a spree. And you actually try and like, ooh, these are actually really good. Wonka does candy right. Wonka's the atomic fireballs are also Wonka. Let's see, runts. Yeah, now with grape and green apple. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot that they used to have faces on the little mascots and whatever. Your bunny says hi. Alright. Hello there. What's your rabbit's name? What's your bunny's name? Well, I'm glad they don't look like those anymore. Oh my gosh. There were Easter eggs. Oh, I might have to get some of those. Glad they didn't stick with the rat. That would have been a bad mascot for that. Gumdrop, nice, cool. Hello, Gumdrop. Runt's candy. I'm trying to see if I can find... No, it would be the red ones. Wait, hold on. I might be going insane if I'm not already there. Blue. Runt's candy blue. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Let's see here. Who remembers the Wonder Ball? I have all of them except Super Mario, except the red Mario coin. Yeah, I have like an entire like Tupperware full of these damn coins. But I got the rest, and I even got the book. I remember when they used to have, you know, like, other franchises. I remember seeing Dora at one point, but I think like, Wonder Ball, yeah. It's a chocolate ball with hard candy in the center. They usually come with, like, a collector coin. Well, nowadays they come with a collector coin. The only ones nowadays, though, are, the only ones you'll find nowadays, though, are Super Mario. And I want to say no, not Disney. Maybe Disney. Definitely Super Mario, though. They come with little coins of all the different Mario characters. There are 3 rare ones. There is a pink Peach coin, green Luigi coin, and a super rare red Mario coin. I don't have the red Mario coin. I have all the rest of the characters as well as Pink Peach and Green Luigi. Which, yeah. By the way, they're $3 a piece. $3 US a piece. You're not paying for the candy. The candy leaves a lot to be desired. But those coins, you're paying like $2.50 for a really nice coin. And you see the quality of the coins have gone down in price. Like the weight of the coin is very satisfying. Like they are metal coins, and they feel like a metal coin. I just wish that they kept their old design, because the old designs were like etched designs into the coin. Now they're just stickers on the coins. It's like, no, don't do that. The candy inside the chocolate ball, yes, it's basically chalk candy. And the chocolate itself isn't of a high quality either. But the coin is of a very good quality. They also come with 2 stickers. They also come with stickers. Of Mario characters, of course. Of Mario characters. But yeah. Now I'm just trying to get, you know, that red Mario coin, which is like the rarest one to get. So, food almost here. I've probably spent, like, it's on its way, like, easily hundreds of dollars on Wonder Balls, just trying to get this goddamn red coin. I even got the collector book that where, like, if you send them in a receipt of, like, you know, you purchasing, you know, 6 Wonder Balls at one time, they'll send you the book for free. So I did exactly that. I bought 6, 8. It's 8. You need to send in a picture of a receipt with 8 Wonder Balls purchased and their coins. And they'll send you the book. And so I did that, and I was sent the book. I have the book. It's the collector's book. Only one that's missing is the super rare red Mario coin. And they're getting harder to find. Anyway, it's just the brain fart there. Trying to think of other candy. I do like going to specialty candy stores. Those are always fun. Cause like I said, like I have a real sweet tooth. Not gonna lie. I love my candy. So like, if I see like a unique, like an odd or interesting kind of candy, I'll try it. But I remember buying lots of stickers to put on a book by the same company. They were Dragon Ball Z themed. Okay, yeah. I know Wonder Ball used to have a lot of different, like, brands back in the day, but now it's just Super Mario, so. But yeah, like, there was one time, it was around Valentine's Day, I saw a very interesting, product put on display. It was candy, waffle, and chickens. It was white chocolate, dyed, obviously, dyed to match the colors. But yeah, it was white chocolate molded to look like chicken and waffles, and it came with syrup, by the way. Actual syrup. Italian people stuck on what they were good at. Italian people. Yeah. So, like, after Valentine's Day, when it went on sale, no one had bought this. No one had bought it, or well, no, people had bought it, but there's still some left. So, like, it was after Valentine's Day. It was on sale, and I'm like, you know what? I'll buy it. So I bought it. It was definitely white chocolate. And syrup. It was definitely interesting. But yeah, it was just like, you know, nothing says I love you to your significant other like chicken and waffles. It's like, what kind of message are you trying to send there? Here, honey, I love you. Chicken and waffles. A gummy that was burger. Yeah, I remember those too, like those little mini SpongeBob ones. Yeah. Lunchables have also gone in on that. Like the little gummy Krabby Patties. You see, Lunchables have made entire gummy like replicas of their thing. Like No, it's just the Oscar Mayer brand. Because they did one for like, they made gummy hot dogs. They made gummy Lunchables. Both a pizza and a, like ham version gummies. As well as obviously the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. Oh, my pizza's here. I better go pick it up inside. Alrighty. But yeah, by the way, the Oscar Mayer gummies aren't very good. I wouldn't recommend them. I tried them once. No. Too greasy, no flavor. Or, well, too oily, it's more like it. No flavor. Anyway, since my food is here, now it's time for me to go. Because I'm hungry. I'm a hungry dog. And Plant Man. And me. I'm a hungry me. Anyway, if you like the stream, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you ring the notification bell or ring-a-ding-ding, you'll be notified whenever I stream. Which is pretty awesome. If I say so myself. Our own company here in Mexico that sells gummies. Nice. I think there's actually several that sell gummies. But anyway, without further ado, until next time, have fun, take care, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye!